All right, welcome back, Wayward Souls. Double tap in, episode 124.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Cheers.
Normally I would show the other side of this mug, but they suck. So I'm not showing them.
Oh, I bet I knew who that is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Chew. What a bad year.
maybe by the time the show airs, they won't suck as bad.
Highly unlikely.
But you got to have hope. Again, we've mentioned this before. Every Orioles fan is the same. The beginning of the season, we're going to this. I was going to say the Super Bowl. We're going to the World Series. We're going to win the World Series every year. And then a month in, they're like, these fucking guys, what a bunch of fucking bums. On and on and on and on. Like,
I've been an O's fan since the day I was born.
mm-hmm.
So I've been dealing with the O's saga for all that time. And I can't say the only shining light. The last shining light that we had was 1983. How old were you, Ben? In September, October of 83?
8 months old.
Right. I've been dealing with this that long.
Yeah.
And it's just, I had high hopes that this was going to be our 5-year window. Nope. So we'll see. I mean, it is what it is. Thank God there's college baseball and college softball because, frankly, it's more entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think we talked about that in a recent show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold out hope because why not?
Yeah, sure. What else am I doing with my time?
Right.
Other than dealing with a trespassing issue on the lease.
Oh, let's delve into that.
So a few days ago, I get a phone call from one of the guys who is a leasee of the property behind me. Now, I think I described it once before. I'll do it one more time. We have a big chunk of property, and it's 300 and some acres, of which I have 32 acres in a corner of it. It's bordered by a road and by a field, and I have a little teeny tiny corner of 32 acres. And get a phone call from one of the guys on the other lease, said, hey, keep an eye out. Got a phone call that guys are being dropped off on the hard road, and they're entering your property and coming back somewhere towards our lease, and they're probably on you and us. And I went, all right, I'll keep an eye out. Well, I turkey hunted the next day or the day after, and sure enough, a white Chevrolet pickup pulled up into the field, saw 2 turkeys in the field, and started coming back towards the edge. Well, I don't know exactly what happened, but they didn't deploy anybody out of the truck. Turns out that is the vehicle that is putting the hunters out and leaving the area. And so anyhow, I called the other guy back, and he said, yep, it's a white Chevrolet pickup. It's this, it's that. It's okay. 2 days goes by, and I get a trail cam picture. I have cellular cameras. I only have, 32 acres, but I got 14 cameras on it, or 15 or 16 or whatever it is. And sure enough, there's a guy carrying at first glance, it looks like a dead turkey. And upon second glance, it's a turkey decoy with the full tail spread and all that shit. And he is heading directly for the lease behind me. The camera that I got him on is about 70 or 80 yards from the property line. And he's on this path straight back to them. So I call those guys. I said, hey, look, just so you know, here's the picture I got. Here's where he's going. And so I load up shop and I head out there. Well, by the time I get there, there's no vehicles. There's no sign of anybody on my lease. And so that is what it is for that day. So I've come home and I'm thinking about it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make a phone call and see if I'm missing any tricks to the trade that I need to employ to figure out who this is. So I make a phone call and I say, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to move a couple more trail cameras out to the edge and see if I can't get a facial shot of who these people are. And the guy says, hey, man, just call NRP and tell them what's going on. And since you have a vehicle description, you know, they can be on the lookout for it, all that in that area. Things they seem to be up to no good, then they can start a case or do whatever. I say, yeah, okay, no problem. The next day I call NRP and I call the general information line, which goes to a PCO up in Manapeak or wherever they. Yeah, I get told, yeah, call us when they're actually on your property. And I said, just so you know, I made a phone call yesterday to an NRP sergeant asking questions, and they told me to call and get the process started to open an investigation, give you the information, da, 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 da. And they said, yeah, just call when they're on the property. Don't engage them. And I went, okay, just so you know, I'm a retired Worcester County deputy, and I absolutely will engage them.
Absolutely.
So I have been watching my trail cameras like a hawk because I can't go sit out at my property for 12 hours a day on the what if that one of these guys might sneak onto my property.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame that, and you know, we've talked about conservation. We've talked about what we do, what we go through. And we just talked about it on the episode that aired the other day with Joe and Josh about the expense, the time, the effort to manage what we have. And I've only got a little tract of land and I'm trying to manage it the best I can to hold animals there. And then we get trespassers that go in and blow them out.
Yeah.
And it's disheartening. It's more disheartening that they know they can get away with it. They know they can sneak in real quick, do what they do, and leave real quick, and no one's the wiser.
Yeah.
You know, and I've got my camera set on instant. So as soon as it takes it, it sends it to me.
Yeah.
And I still can't get there fast enough. And I'm 7 minutes away, 8 minutes away, and still can't get there to find somebody, you know, who's camoed out, who's, you know, sneaking through the woods somewhere, don't know where he got deployed from or where he's being picked up at. It's just, it's very frustrating.
Well, didn't you say the other lease said that they're coming in on that hard road?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have cameras looking at that road?
I have one facing away from it, not on the road. Because otherwise, every time a car would go by, I would get a picture.
Right.
And so I've got it facing away from the road, which I need to do a couple of different things. I need to move one down. I have an interior road that parallels the field, and I have the field that goes down. The field's not mine. The woods is, the field isn't. So I can put a camera on inside my woods facing out to the field and hopefully get a face on shot. And I could put one in my woods road, because if they know where that is, that's how they're going to walk. It's an easy walk. Hell, it just got mowed, you know, so they can get pretty much anywhere they want silently going down that road. So I need to flip one camera around there and move another camera out towards the field. But that side's heavy with cameras anyway. I've got 4 of my cameras on that side because that's the field side and that's where all the critters go to eat. So
yeah.
And I'm busy as fuck anyway, and it's that time of year, and this is one more thing on my plate I didn't need.
Yeah. So not to mention like when you do go hunting, like the danger of someone else walking through there.
Yep.
Like, don't be a dickhead.
Well, that's Jennifer's main thing. She said that's really dangerous, and I said, well, it's dangerous for us because we hunt with decoys, and we're going to be calling.
Mm-hmm.
So a turkey hunter, it's pretty documented that more turkey hunters are shot than pretty much any other hunting activity because it's just the nature of turkey hunting. You know, you're sitting still, you're acting like the bird you're hunting. You have a decoy in your vicinity. They see it, focus on that, and then somehow or another, somebody catches some pellets. And it's just a dangerous situation. You don't wear hunter orange. You don't do any of that turkey hunting.
Yeah.
You know, you're camouflage head to toe, so you're looking for movement. And let's face it, turkeys are camouflaged too.
Yeah.
So it's just a dangerous proposition, and they're there for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to kill the turkey and get the fuck out.
Right.
So it's just a dangerous adventure all the way around for everybody involved.
Yeah.
So I would love to figure out exactly who it is, without a doubt. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what evidence.
So is that purely an NRP thing, or is that like call a buddy in the sheriff's office too?
Well, I talked to a buddy in the sheriff's office, and of course I know the answer, but it's
Right.
If they're in the area, they'll come. You know, the sheriff's office will absolutely come.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of an NRP thing.
Right.
You know, because it falls into theirs, and they can. NRP has more freedom. I don't know if freedom is a good word. They have more things that they can do legally than a regular patrol person. And what I mean is if I make a traffic stop and I see that you have camouflage in the back seat, I can't search your vehicle. That's not probable cause for me to search for shit. NRP is the opposite.
Really?
If NRP sees you have any type of hunting equipment, fishing equipment, anything like that in your vehicle, that's probable cause for them to search.
Oh, wow.
So they have a little bit more leniency with the Fourth Amendment than a standard patrol person does.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
So if you let's say you pull somebody over, you get that feeling in your gut, like something's off here. Can you call an NRP officer to have them come and like, oh, hey, look, there's some camo in there. Let's yank this motherfucker out of here.
Yep. Yep. That's how that works.
Very nice.
They're being nefarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I always appreciate when Sheriff Lewis posts his, like, he'll post like a story. Was that you or me?
That was me.
Okay. But he'll post an incident that he had been on and how it leads to this big arrest and all this kind of stuff and this big drug find. And it's like he copy and pastes the incident report, like taking out the things that obviously he can't put in there, but it's like, holy shit. Like you talk about like that feeling in your stomach where you're like, there's something off here.
Yep.
And then I've never worked with him, but he apparently had this ability to find every hidden spot in a vehicle and then all the drugs associated with it. So it's really cool, but to have that, you know, feeling in your that you know, thing in your gut, you're like, yeah, this is fucked. So, well, that's cool for NRP.
Yep. And while we're at this, I've had a bitch. Now I'm going to give a little bit of praise. Noah had an exceptional arrest the other night. There was a shooting in Pocomoke, and Noah was supposed to be getting off. In fact, he had just left the house, just left here, and was going straight home because he'd come out early to do some work. and Pocomoke had a shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And Pocomoke gave the broadcast, all that. Well, Noah encountered a suspicious vehicle and made a traffic stop on it and got the shooter, got the gun, got cocaine, got good stuff. So kudos to Noah for having that sixth sense and realizing that the car he was looking at was probably involved in what just happened in Pocomoke and taking that initiative to making the traffic stop. Now, he said, I'm going to be home in bed at 11, Well, he didn't get home until the sun was coming up. So we know how that goes. But kudos to Noah for a great job.
Yeah.
Keeping Worcester County safe, even though they're not being paid.
Yeah. Yep. It would be wrong to give Noah some praise without a little bit of levity, maybe. So Noah, congratulations, great job. This show will air the 10th of July. You might hear it in October. So
maybe
if you can recall back, congratulations, good job, buddy. I binge. Sure you do, bud.
So yesterday we had Josh and Joe Part 2 aired.
Mm-hmm.
And, I post on social media, I send it to Josh and Joe. I do all this stuff. Well, I checked Josh's Instagram. And Josh has a story on his Instagram completely unrelated to the podcast, except for the audio in the background was their episode playing in the background in his truck, wherever he was driving, whatever he was videoing. The episode was playing. I said, hey, man, I don't know what that is in the background, but it sounds pretty good.
That's funny. That's funny. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
No, Lord have mercy. Yeah, it's that time of year where, and I mentioned it in an episode, and by the time this airs, it will be in the new office for a month. But man, this moving process, holy shit. I'm going different places every day, picking up boxes, grabbing stuff that we need to make the transition, as you know, and sending out mass text to the brothers, calling all hands to get this shit done, knocked out, because it's a time crunch, and we've only got when all's said and done, we have 48 hours from the time Jennifer sees her last patient that we have to be out of the office, and it's going to take a village to get 17 years worth of stuff out of her office. It's been her home, for that long.
Yeah.
And so we've started 2 weeks early, packing stuff up. We're buying paint today, and probably at 9:00 tonight, I'm going to be painting treatment rooms. So it's,
as you should be.
Yeah.
Take a nap, get a nap.
Yeah. Well, and with the moon phase, Uranus lining up with a dildo or some shit. I don't know all that.
Asparagus is on the microwave.
Yeah, something. I don't know what it is. But now I'm in the cycle where I'm not sleeping.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah, perfect timing. It's just, I feel like I've been beat to shit. And maybe my body likes that shit. I don't have any idea. But damn, it could not come at a worse time. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What do you do? Nothing. Yeah. You paint, you move boxes and furniture and all this. And it gave me a great opportunity to buy a legit hand truck.
Okay.
I've always wanted a legit one. I've had like the cheap Home Depot version and all that shit. I've never had like a legit hand truck. Well, guess what I got?
You got one now, baby.
I got one now. 1,000-pound weight capacity. Yeah.
What are you? No, I'm not even going to ask because I'll be there. I'll find out.
And I told Jennifer, I said, ain't nothing that heavy in that office. It's perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all good.
Well, I can tell you from the group chat that I was in, one, it's going to be a good time, and two, you got some people that are going to come and they're going to get some shit done.
Yeah.
So.
And our goal is, and we're starting today. Well, actually, we've been starting, but we're packing up everything that is non-essential is getting packed up right now and moved right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, when it comes time to actually having to do stuff, the last week, she's going to run one treatment room instead of two. I said the last week, the last couple of days. She's going to run one treatment room instead of two. We'll have one completely broken down and everything out of it, but the big stuff. And when she shuts down the Friday afternoon at 12:30 or whatever time it is, 1 o'clock, that's when the heavy hitters are coming, and we're just going to start throwing shit out windows and on the trampolines and all that good shit,
Oh, yeah.
It's so much shit I've had to make a list. And we've talked about lists before. I hate a fucking list. Dude, I have to make a list.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is there a way that we can get, like, if that one room is shut down a couple of days before the official, can we get that shit out and set up in the other place?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan if we can.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that we're not going to be able to touch until she's shut down is the reception area and everything else will be good to go. Fair game to take. So
gotcha. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and I tell you, of course, Jennifer's been in practice here a long time, and she has developed quite the relationship with a lot of her patients.
Oh yeah.
And the amount of one of the numbers, maybe even two of the numbers that I had in that big text, and two of them are patients.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, they said when this happens, you call and we'll be there. Yep,
Good.
not a problem. Appreciate you. And the one has been a patient of hers since day one. And yeah, he's a good dude. We have a lot of similar interests: hunt, fish, camp, all that good stuff, and they're just good people. And so he volunteered, another patient volunteered, and to move stuff. And her other patients, the majority of them are, I come on this day. If you have boxes, I'll pack your books, or I'll pack your knickknacks, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. When I'm really good at painting, so when you're ready to paint the office, call me. I'll come over and paint the office, or help you paint the office. Do this stuff. So it's nice to see that she has developed these rapport, with her patients, and that they respect her enough and love her enough that they'll volunteer their time to help get all this done and over with. And they're excited. It's been a pain in the ass. That building's been a pain in the ass for 17 years with parking.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get in the building, it's great. She's got a great office, all that kind of stuff. But parking's a bitch. Mm-hmm. Well, the parking problem has been cleared up.
Good.
So she's got plenty of parking now, easy access, no elevator. So it's good.
Very nice.
It's real good. Well, you say that now. There's about a 2,000-pound safe inside the new office. You haven't seen it yet.
But it's inside the new office.
It's inside the new office. It's cool as shit.
Do we have to move that motherfucker?
Nope. It is from 1942.
Oh, that's cool.
It is a legit safe. Legit.
Can we lock Noah in it?
Yeah, there's room.
Perfect.
Yeah. And we don't know the combination, which is even more perfect. It's open currently. We can put him in it and shut the latch and spin the knob one time, and where's Noah? And we're not going to be able to hear him because I'm sure it's sound and airproof.
Yeah. How much time do you think we'd have to get him out?
Who cares? That's his problem.
Well, I mean, I care a little bit. It is Noah. What about Pharaoh?
He is a father. I can't orphan Sarah
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What if we got like some flexible tubing to run through the door?
And just pumped air into him a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, not a whole lot.
Yeah, set it like 12%.
Yeah.
Just make him lightheaded.
Yeah. I think we're onto something there.
I like it. Entertainment anyway.
Right? It'd be cool if we could do like a like solid glass so we could see him.
So we see it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a Noah bowl.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what are you guys cooking for dinner tonight?
Oh, God. I don't even know yet.
You remember when the T-bones were on sale?
Oh, yes. I know what you're having.
And I vacuum sealed it with, I don't even remember what rub I put on it, some butter. And then it's in the sous vide right now.
That's the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is the shit.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll send that to the group. I've got a whole bunch of shit to put up there anyway. Like it's just been so crazy that like I haven't had a chance to do anything really on that. So
and I'll apologize to our listeners now. I know that we are way ahead on recording these episodes, so our topics might not be timely with the things in the world. Unfortunately, the time of year around here, we've got to get episodes in when we can get them in. Otherwise, last year we got real close to running out of episodes.
Yeah, there was a couple times. Yeah, there was a couple times we were recording shows the day that they aired.
Yeah. And
then like the day the last one aired, so we'd have one for the next time. So
yeah, it's quite the logistical event to get our schedules to coincide this time of year to be able to do episodes and whatnot. So thanks for understanding. We greatly appreciate it. And again, you can certainly interact anytime you want with the Facebook group. Post what you have, what you're doing for dinner. It can be anything that you do that you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're trying to be, I don't know, storts is a good word, but anyway, we're trying to increase this community where I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight, or I don't know what I can do for this or do for that. And that's something I've not seen before. That looks fantastic.
Yep.
Again, I just did that Italian casserole thing the other night. I added the ricotta to it.
Oh,
buddy. I mixed the ricotta in with the Alfredo sauce. It just notched that richness up just a hair. And it was good. It was real good.
Good. So the fun thing about the Facebook group is that once you're on the group page, you can search that group specifically. So let's say that you have something that you want to cook, chicken wings, thighs, pork butt, whatever. You can search the group specifically for that thing, and it'll filter out what somebody has posted and what they've done with it. So that's something that's really cool about the group. And then one of the more recent posts, and I say more recent, as of May 16th, was the fresh flounder. It was a avocado, tomato, mango, little salad action thing. Hang on a second. Where is it? Yeah, roasted broccoli and homemade French fries. So, or I'm sorry, air fried broccoli and homemade French fries. So that was posted by our friend Casey. Casey is, I'm not sure what the official is. She's not a registered dietitian. She's like a nutrition coach and is like super into tasty food, but it's also good for you. So she had posted that through her Instagram account.
It looks fantastic.
Right? I was like, what? Like, are you in the group? And she's like, yeah. Like that basically like, yeah, that thing's great. I was like, well, put that shit in there. Like that's
Come on.
Point. Like so now I go scrolling through and it's smoked meatloaf, which looks fucking amazing. What else? Yeah. We've got Jeremy's Fire Hall chicken. Again, looks fucking amazing. Timmy Jershide's shit your pants, whatever that was.
That was a crawfish boil.
Yeah.
Were they? Did you
crawfish away? Oh, I saw them put the milk and magnesia in there.
I was like, you gotta be. Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah. But then you get Casey's meal,
dude.
Right? Like
that was something. Yeah.
Like you get all of this stuff that is very tasty. Probably not the best for you, but really tasty. Yeah. And then here comes Casey with really tasty and really good for you. So
I'd eye fuck it. Well, I did eye fuck it.
You did eye fuck it.
I stared at it and drooled it. You know, so I know it works. It's got to be good.
Yeah. So Casey, if you end up listening to the podcast, keep posting your stuff because we need a little balance. We need a little like, hey, while it's great to have the heart attack mashed potatoes and meatloaf and all that other shit that we're eating, you can still eat good and it'd be good for you.
Yep.
Not that everything that we make is bad for us, but
yeah,
maybe maybe we can cut back on a little red meat. Not tonight, not fucking here, but maybe tomorrow.
What's the other dietitian's name? Megan?
Oh, Megan. Yeah. I have to reach out to her to get her on the show because I'm pretty sure if there was a way that she could go through the computer on this streaming platform to strangle me, she would. Because that was...
What was the quote? You should be in jail.
Yeah, I should be in jail, something like that. Yeah. I can't disagree with her either.
Book busies for the win.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah.
Funny.
You know the meme that people post of like, stop tagging me in this shit? Yeah. Stop tagging me in that shit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to relive it. I don't like
none of it.
Yeah. Yeah. But
beautiful use angel hair. No.
No. You should use Italian sausage. No. It's a fucking terrible idea. It was fucking terrible the first go around. It'd be fucking terrible the second go around. You don't fucking make it. How about that? Jesus Christ. What would be fun, and I think they have similar mindsets, is we get Megan and Casey on the show because I believe that there are some people in that community that are like, you have to eat this. Like, well, that's great if I have time to make that all the time and I have the money to spend on the super organic, whatever bullshit. And I get the impression that Megan and Casey, I know Casey, but I get the impression that Megan is on the same train where, hey, we understand life's a clusterfuck. Why don't you eat this? Which, is it great? No. Is it better than the bag of potato chips that you're going to crush while you're leaving the hospital, heading back to the firehouse, at 3:00 in the morning? Yes. So, So yeah, a little bit of realism
Yes.
along with it. And I think that's huge. And I think that's why, from what I've seen, Megan is so successful in what she's doing for nutrition in the, I'm going to say emergency services, police, fire, EMS, because it's like real stuff. It's easy.
And she seems to be very well versed in all the avenues of the departments, because she
Correct.
mentioned the EMS room, the snacks in the EMS room, one of her posts. So that tells me she knows what exists in that room.
Oh yeah.
Besides nurses in tight scrubs.
Jesus, I knew that. In my mind, I was already there, but I didn't think we were gonna. Fuck it, who cares? It's our show.
Yep, that's right. And because those two things will get you in trouble: Rice Krispie treats and nurses in tight scrubs.
You're not wrong.
Yep,
you're not wrong. So, and what better place to wrap up a show than Rice Krispie treats and nurses in tight scrubs? So,
and bless their hearts.
The Rice Krispie treats, right?
Right.
So, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoy the show. Like I said, we're going to work on getting some more special guests on. Go follow the group, post what you're making. I think some people have the ability to post without having it approved. So I think even if it does need to be approved and you're waiting, shoot us a text, let us know. But keep it up. It's a great group. A lot of really good stuff going on there. So keep it going, guys. Thanks. And gals. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.